I've always wanted to try butter chicken, and now I just regret not making it sooner. Marinate chicken thigh pieces in a mixture of yogurt, lemon juice, garlic, and a bunch of spices I'll include in the comments for at least 3 hours. Melt some butter and toss in the chicken. Cook until white on all sides, about 3 minutes. Next, add the tomato puree, sugar, and salt. Lower your heat and cook the sauce for 20 minutes. Stir in that luscious heavy cream last and heat through. Love your life.
This might be the easiest, most delicious dessert I ever give you. Take a medium skillet, 1 package of pre-made cookie dough, or make your own. You don't even have to grease it. Pack that in, make sure that you're building along the side, because we're building kind of like a pie situation. This is my favorite chocolate bar. The caramel just adds some nice salt to all that sweet, and it makes it nice and gooey inside. I made this for my mom on Mother's Day. She loved it. Take another package and pack that on top. Bake at 350 for 30 minutes. Simple, easy, delicious, and...
Believe it or not, there's more than just one way to eat eggplant. You don't have to bread it, and you definitely don't have to cover it with sauce and cheese. I grill it, throw it in some red wine vinegar, season it with salt, garlic, parsley, crushed red pepper. Then we're going to repeat the process as many times as you want. Top it with a little olive oil, into the fridge overnight. You won't be disappointed.
Here's how I make my healthy 2-ingredient banana oatmeal cookies. Start with 2 overripe bananas, peel them, and add them to a mixing bowl. Add in oats and mix to combine. You can mix in so many things. You can add chocolate chips, blueberries, raisins, protein powder, you name it. They're all really good. Scoop them onto a parchment-lined baking sheet and then smash them down just a little bit with a fork. Bake them in the oven, and that's it. The full recipe is at the link in my profile.
Do you see this gorgeous lasagna? This is an actual lasagna made with actual pasta noodles, and you're not going to be sorry you made this. So you have to refer back to the video I did with my keto pasta. Instead of cutting it and going to setting 1 on your pasta cutter, you want to put it into long sheets. Cut it as square as you can get it. Run it through your pasta machine. The last setting I used was a number 3. It's the perfect thickness. No, you don't have to boil these because we're cooking this lasagna with fresh pasta. Now, for the ricotta mixture, I'm using 16 ounces of whole milk ricotta, mozzarella cheese, pecorino romano, an egg, tons of pepper, and a 1/4 cup of parsley. If you're making a lasagna that's for a lot of people, a really big lasagna, you're going to have to double this recipe, including the pasta. The one I'm making here is quite small. So I'm taking a casserole dish, put a little sauce on the bottom first, then drop in your noodles, brush on that ricotta mixture. I'm going to throw a little mozzarella, then sauce, then brush it around. Keep repeating till you get to the top layer. On the top layer, you're going to add the sauce right on top of the noodles, then put the cheese on top of that, however much you want. It's totally up to you. All you have to do next is cover it with foil, bake it at 375 for 20 minutes, then take off the foil and bake it for another 20 minutes. And you guys have the best lasagna you've ever had. You can't even believe this is keto friendly. I'm going to sit down today and figure out the macros for you guys, and I will put it in the comments. Sorry I don't have that linked in the video, but I will put it in the comments, so check there. I promise you won't be sorry you made this. Don't forget to like and follow for more low-carb recipes. And as always, check the link in my bio or visit chefmorley.com for my ebooks. My newest one has 170 keto recipes with videos attached, and a keto beginner guide for only $14.99. And I love you all for the support, and I hope you love this lasagna just like I did.
I am constantly searching for great pasta alternatives to share with you guys. We've done shirataki, we've done other things, so let me show you these kelp noodles. If you've never heard of them, they're awesome, low calorie, low carb. I've got them linked in our bio through Amazon. Boil some water and add a couple teaspoons of baking soda to the water. Then add your kelp noodles. This is going to help soften them up, and cook them for about 5 to 6 minutes. Drain them and rinse them and set them aside. Then get your sauce ready. You can use any sauce with these. Make them Asian style, make them Italian style. I just happen to have a little Alfredo and pesto in the fridge and some red pepper flakes, of course. Once that sauce is heated, drop your kelp noodles in, stir them up, and let them cook for about 5 additional minutes. Serve them up with your favorite protein, veggies, or by themselves, guys, and tag us if you make these. Like and follow for more.
Crispy Parmesan green beans. These are a family favorite. This is something even your kids will eat. This is perfect side dish for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, not your ordinary green beans. Super easy to make. See, I told you it was easy. Everyone's gonna love it. You're gonna be a hit. So good.
This low-carb pesto egg breakfast pizza is the perfect way to try out this trend. You just want to start by warming 2 tablespoons of pesto in your skillet and then crack in your eggs. Let that cook for about 2 minutes and then top with a couple tablespoons of mozzarella cheese. Next up, grab a cut to carb flatbread, cut it into a circle. I'm actually using the circle on the front of the package for my guide. Add your flatbread on top of your eggs, give it a flip, and let it cook just long enough to crisp the crust. I like to cut mine up like a pizza, and then I top it with some red pepper flake. You guys, this was amazing, and I hope you give it a try.
BLT is my favorite sandwich, especially in summer. I always start craving BLTs. When I saw these pesto eggs going around, I knew I had to turn it into a chaffle, so I'm mixing some pesto with an egg, throwing it in my waffle maker with a little bit of mozzarella cheese. I used half the mixture, and I did that twice so that those could be my buns. And then I put the crispy part on the inside, added some mayo, bacon, lettuce, tomato, add some salt on top of your tomato. It needs it. But this was so good. If you try it, be sure to tag me and let me know what you think.
This is my series, Low-Cal Meals That Don't Taste Like Trash. Today I'm cooking with my BFF Sage. Air fry your jalapenos at 400. These are the tortillas we'll be using. 1 serving fat-free cheese, 1 serving regular. Add garlic salt and black pepper. Then 2 Laughing Cow cheese wedges. Add in your jalapenos and mix it up. And you're ready to stuff your tortillas and air fry at 350 for 5 minutes.
Sheet pan chicken quesadillas. These were incredible. Let me show you how I made them. I started by sauteing 1 pound of diced chicken breast in some olive oil. I added in a diced red onion, some diced bell pepper, and jalapeno. To that, I added 2 cloves of crushed garlic. I seasoned with salt, pepper, chili powder, and paprika. Once the chicken was cooked through and the veggies wilted down, I added in some corn and some black beans and the juice of 1 lime. I lined my sheet pan with some flour tortillas all around the edges, and then I put a couple in the center to cover the pan. I added 1 1/2 cups of shredded cheese and then my chicken filling with another 1 1/2 cups of shredded cheese. I closed it all up. You might need another person to help with this as it is a little tricky to get done. Then you're gonna take a sheet pan, put it up on top, and then weigh it down with something heavy. Pop it in the oven at 350 for 40 minutes, then cut and enjoy.
Let's make some Keto Buckeyes. You're gonna need 3/4 cup of peanut butter, 1/4 cup Lakanto sweetener, 3/4 cup of coconut flour. You're gonna mix that together, make round balls, freeze those for about 15 minutes, melt the chocolate with chocolate chips and coconut oil, and place the balls in there, coat them well, drizzle with flaky salt if desired.
Have you ever had sweet potato toast? This is just like avocado toast, but instead we're using sweet potato. I'm using avocado oil to lightly coat the pan and baking these toasts for about 25 minutes. For the base topping, I'm mashing the avocado with my favorite Primal Kitchen lemon turmeric dressing. It adds a light flavor to the avocado. Now go ahead and finish it off however you want. I like to have a mix of sweet and savory flavors. Mwah! Cheers and happy Mother's Day.
Guys, you gotta try this raspberry seasoning. Dehydrate them overnight until they are crispy. Boom. Crunch test. These can be like a little sweet crouton. We're gonna grind them with a pestle and mortar though. Perfect texture. Taste test. Flavor is insane. Add this as a little sweetness to your salads, a little boldness to your sauces. What should I dehydrate next?
Nature's cereal I wasn't thrilled with. Nature's pizza is the bomb. I used Greek yogurt and I used some granola for the crust. I added strawberries and blueberries, a little honey. I froze it for 2 hours and check this out. And it is delicious.
Get your air fryer. Let's meal prep.
Perfect.
Slice up your chicken breast into strips. Get some taco seasoning or fajita seasoning. Sazon, oil, mix it up. Taco seasoning, half a packet. Boom. Adobo. Should be rusty red and gorgeous like this. Slice an onion. Boom. Slice up a bell pepper. Boom. Olive oil. Adobo. Put the other half in. Incorporate. Now the chicken. I'm just gonna mix it around a little bit. Like that. Shake. Back in. Gorgeous. Throwing in one of these. Pack her up. Squeeze a little lime.
Once you upgrade to coconut rice, you can never go back to plain bland rice again. Rinse then soak your jasmine for 15 minutes. Add to a pan along with your coconut milk, water, sugar, and salt. Give it one turn, let it come to a boil, then cover the pan and lower the heat. Cook untouched for 15 minutes, remove from your burner, and rest for 10 minutes. Love your fluffy life.
Let's make some halibut piccata.
Guys, today I'm going to show you how I make my yummy protein-packed jalapeno poppers. Start off with 14 jalapenos, cut the ends off, and then cut them in half. Next, scrape out the membrane and toss it. I like mine on the spicy side, so I scrape out the seeds and save them for the filling. To make the filling, add 8 ounces of large curd cottage cheese, a healthy handful of shredded cheddar cheese, and instead of regular cream cheese, I use this Greek yogurt substitute. Next, use garlic salt to taste and a half a cup of chopped chives. Now mix everything together and fill your jalapenos. Instead of wrapping them in bacon, I sprinkle these bacon bits on top to make them even more healthy. Last but not least, bake them for 11 minutes on 385 degrees and then broil on high for an additional 3 minutes.
My husband goes nuts for a peanut butter cookie, so I was dying to try this healthier version. There's only 5 ingredients and they're super delicious. Just mix 1 cup of peanut butter, 1/2 cup of maple syrup, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 cup of almond flour. Scoop onto a tray, flatten with a fork, and top with some sea salt. Throw in the oven for 9 minutes at 350 and enjoy. He's gonna eat all these, so I better get a bite.
Sweet potato frozen fudge squares. Oh yeah, baby. Get some water boiling. Add 1 sweet potato for about 30 minutes until it's nice and soft. Take 1 cup and blend it. Pop it in the freezer. Let it cool. Add half a cup of milk. I chose almond milk. 1 tablespoon of almond butter. Half a tablespoon of honey. 1/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla. A pinch of salt. A pinch of cinnamon. And 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Pop it in a square container in the freezer. Let it solidify. Pour some chocolate over it. Freeze it again. Plate it. And look at that deliciousness.
These are the best cucumber sushi boats I have ever made with spicy mayo on top. You all love my cucumber rolls. These are just as good. Let's go. Sear your shrimp on each side for about a minute in any seasoning you love. Scoop out the seeds of your cucumber and pat it dry. Cook jasmine rice or any as per the package instructions. Scoop it in or use your hands. Cook shrimp on top minus the tails and make your spicy mayo. Any mayo you love with some hot sauce or sriracha. Stir it together and I add it in a little bottle. Drizzle on top, parsley for garnish. Enjoy and follow me for more.